What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Joanna. How are you doing? So today I'm gonna do a highly requested video that you guys been wanting me to film, and it is about my tattoos and what they mean, and I'll show them all to you guys because I have a lot. So let's get into this. Alright, so I got my first tattoo when I was 18, on my 18th birthday. My mom actually paid for me to get it done, and my sister took me to go get it. My mom didn't want to be there. She was like, I'll pay for it because I know you're going to get a tattoo regardless, so I might as well make that your, might as well make that your birthday present now that you're 18 and you can get tattoos. Because where I live in California, you have to be 18 to get tattoos. So, I mean, at a shop. So anyways, the first tattoo I got, I don't know what is up with my voice today. It's just like, sorry, I sound like I'm going through puberty. Anyways, so the first tattoo I got on my 18th birthday when I was 18 is on my back. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. It's gonna be... So this is it. Super faded now. It is a phoenix bird, and I just love the whole meaning behind phoenix bird and like strength and being reborn. And I was like, you know what, I'm 18, like I'm officially adult now. Like I went through a lot of crap in high school, like emotionally, and I was just like, you know what, let's start a new chapter in my life. Why not? What better way to do it than to get a phoenix bird? And that one I actually drew myself. And I drew it up, and I wanted it to be a lot bigger than that, but they talked me against that because it was my first tattoo, and he was like, yeah, like, it's gonna hurt. So why do you want, like, a big-ass tattoo on your back? So he talked me against it, and he actually ended up changing it a little bit. And I wanted it the colors like that, like, kind of like just watercolor, different colors. And honestly, it didn't come out how I wanted it to, and it looks super crappy now, but I mean, it's been so long. But just in general, the guy did not do a good job on it, and I came to find out after the fact that he was just an apprentice, and so he didn't really quite know what he was doing to the full extent. At least, like, I didn't feel comfortable afterwards knowing he was an apprentice and that he did my first tattoo. Like, I was just like, really? Then the second one I got shortly after that, because people say that once you get your first tattoo, you get addicted, and that is completely true. I mean, maybe not true for some, but definitely true for me. It's addicting. The pain obviously is not addicting, but I mean, you get used to it, and if you really want that tattoo, then it's worth it. So the second one I got was this guy down here, just the rose part with the vines, and it says Carpe Diem, which means seize the day. This is another one that I drew up kind of myself too. Let me kind of get closer. It's starting to fade a lot because it's been so long since I've gotten it like retouched or anything. But seize the day, obviously, like, seize the day, like, go get it, go do it. Like, all my tattoos are like optimistic, so that is why I got that. And then I started finishing this is what I did next. And a friend at the time did it for me in my sister's old apartment. So that's fun. But he was a new tattoo artist. He didn't really work at a shop or anything, so he was just kind of... Well, this is what he did. I have some candles with some clouds and some stars. And some of the candles are blown out and some of the candles are still lit. Just to kind of like represent, I've had a lot of loss in my life, especially at that time. I really didn't have that much compared to how much I've had recently. But I don't know, I kind of just symbolized it as like the ones that are blown out was my losses, and the ones that are lit like represent me and my family that are still thriving and still like good. And it's just, I don't know, I guess it's just like a life and death type of like tattoo. I don't know. The next one that I got, I'm trying to think. I think it was my side, which, guys, out of all the places that you can get tattoos, the spots that hurt the most, in my opinion, in my experience, is your ribs, your foot, ones that hurt the most. That hurt the most for me. My side was terrible, and it took a while because it's pretty big. It did get messed up because I got it done literally right before I had to go to work, and I needed to cover it up. And so I covered it up in sweat and stuff, so like a bunch of the ink got pulled out. Stupid. I shouldn't have got it done like right before work. That was dumb on my part. So it's really faded, and especially after being pregnant, it got stretched out, so it just does not look good right now. And who knows when I'm gonna get it fixed and touched up. I want to get it completely transformed because my friend that did it at the time was a new artist also. So he definitely has gotten so much better since then. So I just want to get it like revamped and stuff. But who knows when I'm going to do it because it freaking hurts. So, so let me show you my side. You can see it just looks like a muddled mess right now, like I told you. It's a cherry blossom tree, which I love cherry blossom trees. That one doesn't really have that much meaning. I mean, there's a lot of meaning behind cherry blossom trees and trees in general. I really like the way the cherry blossom trees look. So beautiful. I've never seen them in real life. I've always wanted to, but one that I got. Okay, so I got to a point in my life where one of my friends I had a tattoo gun. My mom bought me a tattoo gun, I think for my birthday or for Christmas one year, and because I wanted to get into tattooing. I never did. I was too scared. But it was like a super cheapy like tattoo kit. And it was just sitting there, and my best friend at the time was like, hey, like, I kind of want to try it. If you're not going to do it, then I want to do it. And I was like, okay, whatever, you know, it needs to be put to use. So he practiced on, it came with, like, little, like, fake, like, skins or whatever, and, like, synthetic skins. So, like, he was practicing on that for a while, and then got to a point where all of us friends were like, you know what, why don't you practice on me? Like, why not? So, the first one that he did on me, at the time, I don't know why I did this. We were all partying and just having fun and being crazy, so being rebellious, you know. So the one that he did on me, I'm gonna try to show you without. This would be rough. It's on my foot, so this is so awkward. If you are weird with feet, then I'm so sorry. Like, skip past this part. Yeah. So this is what it is. This is so awkward. It's upside down, obviously, but it's a sun with a diamond, and it says, "I can't live without the day," which is lyrics from one of my favorite bands, Thrice. And it's just another optimistic thing, like talking about, you know, just keep pushing on and each day and like this and that, whatever. But I don't know why I did the diamond. I don't know. I liked diamonds at the time, I guess. And then the sun obviously represents the day. So yeah, I still really like the meaning behind that. I love the lyrics. I love lyrics in general, especially from Thrice. I want to get so much more Thrice-related tattoos because they've helped me in some pretty low points in my life. So, I mean, I like the idea about it, but I'd totally just get it, like, rechanged, and, yeah, because it's not cute. It's not cute. Probably one of my worst tattoos. But it's on my foot, so, like, nobody, like, people barely ever see it, so, whatever. And then, while I was still on that train of getting shitty tattoos for my friend, no offense to you, man, but I know we were just in a weird stage in our lives at the time, so no harm, no foul. So the next one that I actually got covered up, so I can't really show you what it was before, but I could tell you what it was. This is probably the worst tattoo I ever got. Like, not physically what it looked like, but like, well, yeah, it looks pretty crappy, but physically what it looked like, but, well, just what it was in general. It was a Hello Kitty tattoo. I know. I was obsessed with Hello Kitty at the time, and I got, like, her head and some stars, and it was terrible. So I went to another friend of mine. I have lots of tattoo artist friends, or at least I did at the time. I went to one of my friends at a shop, and he completely covered it up. Now you could kind of see a little bit, like, of it stuff, like the previous tattoo, because it's faded a lot, but let me this is that guy. Is a peacock feather. If you can see, let me get close. You can kind of see some like stars and like stuff in the background. That was from the previous tattoo. So yeah, I got the peacock feather. I love peacocks, and I love the colors of them. They're so vibrant and so like, just like, I don't know, flamboyant and pretty. I don't know, just, I like them. We do have a lot of them around where I live, like wild ones, so that's kind of cool. I don't know, it kind of just represents that, I guess, but I just thought it was pretty. And it's a lot better than the tattoo that was previously there, so that makes me happy. And I still love it. It does need to get touched up a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, what was the one after that? Alright, now I'm going to move back to my arms because I think that's the last bit. Okay, so then I went and got my wrist done. So let me try to show you. This is so awkward. Okay, so there's a moon. He's blown out little cloud smoke. And then I got the sun. I love the sun. His eyes are a little creepy, but I kind of like it. So I got the sun and the moon to just represent, I guess, like day and night. I just love like stuff that has to do with like outdoors and like the day and the moon and the sky, and just, it's all so positive, and it all just like motivates me and keeps me going. And that's what we live by, is the sun and the moon each day. So that's why I got those. I got them at the same time. Then after that, when I went to Missouri to go visit my sister, it was really hard because she moved. She still is my best friend, and So when she moved to Missouri away from me, I was really upset and sad to not have her so close. So then when I went to go visit her, I got this tattoo out there in Missouri, and it's this one, and it says "Hold Fast Hope." Again, lyrics from Thrice, from my favorite band, and basically it just needs to have hope and, you know, just trust the process of life. And I don't know, it just gave me hope, especially getting it done in Missouri, that I would be okay being apart from my sister and we'd still be good. And I just love it. And I love Thrice, and I love their lyrics. So then after that, I think then I got the leaves, which are right underneath it, that I got in Missouri a second time. Oh, I feel like something's crawling on me. That's probably my hair. So I got leaves, and they represent my family. This is before, obviously, my niece and before my daughter, which I'm going to get added to it and get them touched up because they kind of faded and are kind of crappy now. So my dad, my mom, my sister, and me. So those are the leaves representing my family, and I'm going to get one for my niece and get one for my daughter. Whew. And they're fall leaves, which I got them in Missouri because one of my favorite times of the year in Missouri is fall because their foliage. The leaves of the tree are so pretty, and you don't see colors like that out here in California. So it just kind of reminds me of Missouri, and just, you know, fall's my favorite season anyways too, even though California fall is not anything compared to Missouri fall, but it's still nice. So I did that, and then what did I do next? I want to say then I got this one done from my good friend that is now my go-to artist because he is so amazing. So I got this mandala. It doesn't really have much meaning, but dude, look how badass this tattoo is. He did such a good job. This is probably one of my favorite tattoos, just aesthetically, like how it looks. It is just so amazing. I freaking love it. Like, I want to get more mandala tattoos from him because he does really good work. Shout out to Chris Santos, my buddy. He's the one that did that. And then he also did this one, which says Shanti, which means peace in Hindu. And it's also like what you say at the end of yoga salutations. People say namaste too, but this is another one that you can say also, which kind of means the same thing. My mom was Hindu, so that has double meaning, and peace, of course, is always good. And then I got three more to show. So then my mom passed away, and I wanted to get my first tattoo tribute to her because there's so many I want to get for her. So the first one I got was this, which my friend Chris also did, and it's a lotus flower, which was one of her favorite flowers, and it's one of my favorites too. And it's in watercolor, which is amazing. Beautiful watercolor tattoos are my new fave. It says "Dance in the Light of the Day," which are lyrics from, oh my gosh, Jupiter, or Drops of Jupiter, the song Drops of Jupiter by Train, which was a song that the lead singer of Train made for his mother that had passed away. And so that song kind of held true to my sister and I after my mom passed away, and it was just so beautiful, and it still chokes me up every time I listen to that song. But it's just like talking about, like, I guess his version of heaven, which is like outer space and like the sky, and like, I don't know, it's so beautiful. And I totally just love the meaning of it, and so I got that for my mom, and the petal is supposed to kind of represent like her like floating away, like, I don't know. I just love it. It's so beautiful, and I love how big it is, and that it just takes up my whole arm because it looks cool, and it means so much to me. Probably one of my most meaningful tattoos for sure. And then I want to say the next one was this one, which I got. One of my local tattoo shops does a toy drive during Christmas time where they do $20 tattoos, and so I chose this one because they're oranges, and I do live in Redlands, California, which is known for our orange groves, which is we don't have as many anymore because they're starting to knock them down and put houses, which is bullshit, but whatever. We're still known for that, so it still reminds me of home. So I got that, and the guy that did it at that shop like cut into me really bad, so it looked like crap. And then my buddy Chris that did this, he revamped it, and it looks so much better now. So that's that. And then my last tattoo, we lost a good friend of mine named Brent Witham, and he was a firefighter, a forest firefighter. He was up in Montana fighting a fire, and he was cutting a tree, and the tree had fallen on him. And killed him, and it was really hard because he was like a big brother to me. This is my boyfriend's best friend, brother, pretty much, growing up. He used to live with us. He used to live actually in this bedroom before we turned it into my baby's nursery. So I wanted to get a tattoo to tribute him, and I got this one. This was my last tattoo that I got, and it is a bear, and California, we live in California, so, you know, like the bear and stuff for the flag. So I got that, and then the mountains and the tree line, and on the tree line there is some red to represent fire. So that's for him, and that's probably my second most meaningful tattoo because I miss him so much, and he did a lot for our people, and I'm just really sad that he's gone, but I have something on me to remember him by, so, and I feel like he would have loved this tattoo, for sure. So that is it. That is all my tattoos. There's so many more I want to get done, for my daughter, more for my mom, for my dogs. I want to get one for my dad also, and then just some other pretty looking ones like mandala, and I want to get like some henna related like looking ones because my mom loved henna and I love it too, but like real tattoos, like not actual like henna, like wristlets and stuff. So I want to do that, and yeah, that is it. If you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up. Why does my arm look weird? It looks like a man arm. I don't know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you next time. Bye.